A new report reveals the real reason Arsenal failed to sign a Brazilian winger to bolster their right flank. Meanwhile, Mikel Arteta faces worrying injury news as international fixtures roll in. Hey guys! Welcome back to the Arsenal News channel. As we're here to bring you the latest updates to keep you informed on all things Gunners. Several Arsenal players are currently on international duty, with fans eagerly watching their performances for their countries. However, the international break not only disrupts the start of the season, but also brings with it the risk of injury and fatigue for key players. For Arsenal, the fitness of Martin Odegaard is particularly crucial. With midfielders Declan Rice and Mikel Merino already ruled out of the upcoming clash against Spurs, Odegaard's fitness has become a major talking point. He picked up a knock during the 1-1 draw with Brighton in the Premier League, sparking concerns that he may not be available for the upcoming games. The injury occurred following a challenge with Brighton's Yankuba Minteh in the first half, forcing Odegaard to receive treatment on the pitch. Although he continued, his performance looked below par before he was replaced by Martinelli with just over 15 minutes remaining. Despite this setback, Odegaard has joined the Norwegian squad for their Nations League campaign. Norway manager Ståle Solbakken has raised concerns, suggesting there may be more to the injury than just the knock he picked up against Brighton. "I think it's something else," Solbakken said on Thursday. "I was going to say, it looks like more than just a knock." However, Odegaard himself was quick to reassure fans and his national team. Discussing his fitness, the Arsenal captain said, "I feel fine. I took a few knocks in the Brighton game, but I'm feeling better now. I trained yesterday without any problems, so I'm feeling fit and ready to play for Norway again." Odegaard played the full 90 minutes in Norway's draw with Kazakhstan. Arsenal fans will be keeping a close eye on Odegaard's involvement as he prepares to face Austria on Monday. Speaking of keeping an eye on things, Arsenal appear determined not to lose Leandro Trossard after the club were approached by the Saudi Football Association. The Belgian received a late offer from Al Ittihad earlier this week, offering a loan with an option to buy. However, Arsenal quickly turned down the offer and, according to recent reports, the club are now preparing to begin contract negotiations with the 29-year-old winger. Despite Gabriel Martinelli being the first-choice left winger and the recent arrival of Raheem Sterling from Chelsea, Trossard remains a key player for Mikel Arteta. Since his arrival, Trossard has made vital contributions, scoring crucial goals, including 12 in just 18 Premier League games last season. His importance to the team, wearing the number 19 shirt, cannot be understated. Arsenal sporting director Edu Gaspar is keen to sit down with Trossard, especially amid rumours of Saudi clubs showing interest. Negotiations are expected to begin soon, with Trossard in line for a new contract. The former Brighton star reportedly hopes the new terms reflect his value to the club. Some estimates have put Trossard's market value at around €35 million, and his performances since leaving Brighton certainly support that figure. Failure to secure a contract extension could leave Arsenal vulnerable to other clubs revisiting the possibility of signing him in future transfer windows. Meanwhile, a new report has brought interesting information about a deal Arsenal tried to bring in this summer. One of the players Arsenal were reportedly chasing, according to Team News and Ticks via Patreon, was Brazilian winger Rafinha. However, the report notes that Rafinha turned down the move because he wanted guaranteed starting minutes, which Arsenal couldn't offer. Some interesting details have been revealed about why Rafinha didn't make the move to North London. The Gunners had a genuine interest in bringing him in, but the Brazilian made it clear that he wanted regular minutes on the pitch. Even though he wasn't the first name on the sheet, Rafinha wanted to start games if he was fully fit. Unfortunately, Arsenal were unable to meet this demand as they couldn't promise a guaranteed starting role. While understandable from a player's perspective, Arsenal would put him to good use, especially with their busy schedule and the need to rotate their squad. Mikel Arteta has faced criticism for relying too heavily on Bukayo Saka, and rotation in that position will be crucial going forward. Rafinha is now in his third season with Barcelona, and his numbers so far have been impressive. He has already scored 3 goals and provided 2 assists in just 4 appearances this season. Last weekend, he scored a hat-trick in Barcelona's La Liga clash with Real Valladolid, earning plenty of praise. However, with Lamine Yamal currently Barcelona's first-choice right winger, Rafinha has been rotating between different positions. This raises the question of whether he might regret not joining Arsenal. Another report has come out with a big update on Arsenal's summer transfer strategy. It appears that the Gunners had a late plan to sign Brentford striker Bryan Mbeumo before the transfer window closed. The 25-year-old striker may have flown under the radar in previous seasons, but his performances for Brentford in the Premier League have been consistently excellent. Last season, Mbeumo was undeniably Brentford's star player, scoring 9 goals and providing 6 assists in just 25 league appearances. His impressive form has continued this season, with Mbeumo finding the net 3 times in his first 3 Premier League appearances. During the summer transfer window, Arsenal were active, making 5 key signings. One of their main priorities was to bring in a right winger to compete with England international Bukayo Saka. Ultimately, they secured Sterling on loan from Chelsea on deadline day. However, the Daily Mail has revealed that Mbeumo was considered a surprise target for Arsenal, who had a late plan to bring him in. Arsenal are understood to have identified a new striker as a priority and explored a late move for Brentford's Bryan Mbeumo. News of Sterling's potential arrival at the Emirates came just 24 hours before the deadline, with the team working hard to ensure the deal was viable. On deadline day, Arsenal were reportedly considering options such as Kingsley Coman and Sterling, with both players reportedly being offered to the Gunners. Mail Sport also confirms that Mbeumo was among the strikers Arsenal's recruitment team considered. Arsenal insider Charles Watts noted that Mbeumo would have been a good option, as his style of play aligns well with Arsenal's approach. Arteta likes his players to get into the box and make cuts, and Mbeumo excels at finishing those chances. Gabriel Jesus could be set to return after the international break to face Tottenham Hotspur, according to recent reports. His absence was particularly notable during the clash with Brighton, where the team could have benefited from his attacking prowess. Looking ahead, Arsenal face a tough schedule with away games against Tottenham Hotspur, Atalanta and Manchester City. The pressure will be on Kai Havertz if Jesus is not fit, given the importance of these games. The good news is that Charles Watts has reported that there is hope that Jesus could return for at least some of these crucial matches. Watts revealed that Jesus is accelerating his recovery plan and could join training during the international break, potentially making him available for the match against Spurs. Meanwhile, Arsenal face another injury concern as new signing Riccardo Calafiori was forced off the pitch during Italy's Nations League clash with France. The defender started at the Parc des Princes but lasted just over an hour before suffering the knock. Ousmane Dembélé stumbled and fell into the Gunners player, striking the back of Calafiori's calf. Despite trying to continue, he was substituted after 70 minutes. Italy, who fell behind to Bradley Barcola's early goal, eventually came from behind to win 3-1, marking their first win against France in Paris for 70 years. It is unclear whether Calafiori will be available for Arsenal after the international break.